This is New Mexico Earth Science Lesson 7, Tools of an Astronomer. To begin this lesson, direct students to the back of the student workbooks where they'll find some very tiny text near the bottom. The first experiment in this lesson, students are going to take a little plastic sheet and some water and try to magnify the writing so that they can read it. So to do this, students should simply place the plastic over the tiny text on their workbook, use a pipette to put a couple of drops of water over the text. They'll observe that it magnifies the text so that they can kind of read it. For the next part of this lesson, students will be using lenses to try to create a telescope so that they can read the text. It's important that before you pass out the lenses to students that you discuss lens safety with students. Make sure that they know that they're glass so they don't drop them, they don't throw them. Make sure that they know to not set them directly on the table surface. Make sure that they know to set them on a Kleenex. If they need to be cleaned, there are cleaning wipes provided with the kit. So what students are going to do first is you're going to pass out one lens to the students. So they're going to need to share. The first lens you'll pass out is the 5 centimeter lens, which is the thickest one. So students should be given some time to explore with this lens, discover things that are in focus and out of focus at different lengths. Probably notice also that it flips the image upside down. And students should just kind of explore around with that and see if they can read the text with that. Next, you'll pass out the 10 centimeter lens, which is the slightly thinner one. So again, allow students time to explore. Next, pass out the concave lenses. Make sure that students know that these are easy to remember because they're concave, like a cave. And let students kind of explore and compare these 3 different lenses so that they can kind of get a feeling on what the difference is between them all. And then lastly, pass out the 15 centimeter lens, which is the thinnest one. Next, students are going to use some little bit of insulation tubing and some rulers to try to make their own telescopes. So let students kind of experiment around with this and see what different combinations they can find and what different lengths within the tubes. Make sure that they also know to keep the tube opening facing up so that the lenses don't fall out. They should also know that the convex lenses are more likely going to be the eyepiece, so that's the piece closest to them. And just make sure that students can insert the lenses in the tube like so. So students should be able to look through this, see if they can look outside, see through the window, and find different things at different focal lengths that are in focus or out of focus. If students are getting frustrated and having a hard time finding the right combination, there are a couple of nifty combinations in the teacher workbook, as well as the Galilean telescope. So students should use the ruler to try to measure out the distance between the lenses within the tube so that they can create the best telescope. Like so.